Hello everybody, it's John Johnston, CornNation. I had a thought, and it didn't hurt. Most of the time they do. It occurred to me there's this line that keeps coming up about the football team, our beloved Nebraska Cornhusker football team, that they need how to learn how to win games. And I came to the conclusion this morning that maybe it's not the team that needs to learn how to win games. Maybe it's the coaching staff, particularly the offensive coaching staff. And I'll submit some evidence. A long time ago, it seems, after the Illinois game, I complained about the fact that Illinois sold out against the run, and we didn't run any misdirection plays or constraint plays to take advantage of their aggressive defense. Later on, as the season's progressed, we've seen more option out of the Scott Frost offense. But one of the things we haven't seen is this. You remember before the season started, way into last year even, we heard about how Scott Frost had changed his strategy and he was recruiting big, tall receivers so that they could go up and get the ball. The idea being that maybe in the red zone, that we would throw them the ball and they'd be able to make leaping catches and score points. Now, we saw that with Omar Manning in the Oklahoma game, I think it was, where he just went up and got a beautiful pass from Adrian Martinez, and we haven't seen a play like that since. We really haven't seen Omar Manning get that many targets. The other guy is the 83-foot tall Austin Allen. He's 6'8", 6'11", doesn't matter. He's really tall, and I think it's obvious from watching him play this season that he's probably going to be playing on Sundays. Between those two, they have 3 TD receptions this season. Now, you'd think that if we had a red zone offense that was struggling, that we'd be throwing the ball to those two guys, particularly a lot in the red zone, so they could go up into the air and catch the ball over the smaller cornerbacks and safeties that are defending them. You know, we saw Austin Allen get a nice catch in the Minnesota game for a touchdown, but we have seen little of that. And I come to the conclusion, I look at this offense and I go, why are we doing some of the things we're doing? And I have no idea. And granted, I'm not paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to do this shit. Maybe I should be. No. That way I just have to bitch about myself while looking in the mirror. Maybe I could do that. I'm for hire. But there's all sorts of... you think about all these one-score games. What is there, 17, 18 of them Scott Frost has lost? They seem to have the same thing. We're within reach or we're ahead, and we do some stupid, terrible, horrible thing, and suddenly we lose. Michigan State, we punt the ball the wrong side of the field. Minnesota, we have all the momentum on our society and we commit a safety. You know, when you're doing an offensive game plan, you normally look at how many possessions you want to have, right? How many possessions throughout the game. Maybe if they just decided, hey, maybe through the midway or late third quarter, fourth quarter, we could be ahead 2 scores so that if something terrible happens, which it does, then we would be able to withstand the impact of losing that extra score in there, and we'd still win these close games. So when we look at this team, we kind of have this constant mantra of they need to do the small things. You know, I think, honestly, it's down to this coaching staff to start figuring out the small things. Like, I don't know, throw the ball to your really tall receivers in the red zone. And I think that is kind of impossible right now because Adrian Martinez, this is my observation, he has been coached so much about committing turnovers that he's very timid about throwing the ball unless he has a guy that's extremely wide open, which is why we don't see him throw the ball in the red zone. That, and they don't call passes in the red zone as much. But I'd like your thoughts on it because I'd like this stuff to be a discussion. You know, I get a lot of comments about how dumb I am. You know, those are kind of nice, but I'd really rather hear some comments from you about your observations. Thank you. Thank you for watching the channel. Please subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your buddies. Tell people you hate. Yeah. This is John Johnston, CornNation. We have 4 games left to make something out of this season, and I hope we do. Go Big Red. Take care of yourselves. I'm going to go enjoy more of this crisp fall, beautiful color changing weather. Bye.